So one of the reasons I use Super Mario Brothers as my thumbnail is purely out of respect. This was a really amazing game with, like, its power-ups even, and the bricks. Some would be hiding coins, some would be hiding a mushroom so you can become Giant Man. You'll notice even the reusing of some of the textures and, like, shapes. Like, the clouds and bushes are actually the same graphic. Invisible things, like here's the 1-up, and then if you're big and you hit a mushroom brick, it's actually a flower, so you can become like the Human Torch and everything. And I always liked how everything seems so packed in here. Like, here's one of the bricks that just have coins. If you're familiar with playing that, you'll know too that it seems to know the faster you hit it, the more coins you get, where if you kind of pause, you start losing them. And then you got the invincibility where you can run through and the music kicked up and you could hear all that. And then amazingly, I didn't fall down that hole I normally do. And then little things here where I don't remember the timing. I think it was on 9. If you held down B and ran and then jumped at the last second from here, on the time being the last number 9, you would land on the flag post on 6 and get 6 fireworks. Something like that. I think there might have been 9, 6, 3. I think it was multiple 3s and you'd get the extra fireworks, but I missed it on there. Other things that were kind of cool were the fact that you could break bricks higher up, which always made you want to try stuff. I haven't actually played this game in ages, and if I remember correctly, somewhere along here, now you can get up here right now and just run all the way across and just jump where you need to get to the I guess the jump zones to go to higher levels. One of the reasons I don't do it though is because here's another thing I like that they had in the game. If you had the B run, you could actually slide under there instead of having to break your way through. There's just so many little touches in here. Another one was to get a running start and bounce off a wall to get up right there. I want to say there might even be something hidden there. In fact, I think there might be a point where I used to jump up and run across. And then just all the moving, your side-scrolling, and you have the up and downs and all those items. The tunnel to go on to World 1-3, I believe there's 4 per level in that. But, of course, once I learned the warp zones, that was it. Always would jump to 4, and then go from here. I always had a tough time on this board too, but just like right there you can see the plants coming out of the tube and you can shoot that. You can shoot the armor shells, but obviously with the spikes you don't want to jump on them. Also don't want to have them dropped on you either, apparently. But all the different things packed into this one game where I was used to playing, you know, Atari or a TI or my Apple IIe. My Apple IIe, actually, I loved that game. Castle Wolfenstein, Cannonball Blitz, which was basically Donkey Kong. But it also was my first ever Mario Brothers game, where it's just really kind of the same board over and over, and you can play 2-player. I thought that was really the neatest game, but then this one came out and just had everything packed in it. And then the secret little boards where you drop down the pipe. And then, of course, more bricks. Get the mushroom, turn big. And then another feature was the coins. Like right now I'm at 75 coins, but then of course when I hit 100 you get the free guy. And then other just little hidden things everywhere. 4-2, I remember this board. This nightmare has returned to my memory. I was not good at this board, but I do believe there's a mushroom in here somewhere. For me, the mushroom, I got past the first board so easily. I never was good at the ending boards. In fact, I, to this day, don't believe I've ever actually beat this game, and I know pretty much everybody did. That was like the rite of passage. But when I got my Nintendo, I did get this game, but I loved Duck Hunt. I also got Metroid, and I got a bunch of other games too. So even though I did play this one a lot, I played other ones more. But here's some more of the hidden secret items that were always good. The B run. There's one brick I'm missing that you have to use the B run to get, but this is another little hidden thing that I always thought was pretty cool. And back in the day, there, you know, no internet or anything, you had to figure out this stuff on its own. And And then right here I'll get the beanstalk. I'm 2 away from a free person. So once I hit this, you'll hear the special tone. And that was a free person right there. There was other little tricks too, where if you could hit a turtle shell and run behind it fast enough, and it got enough characters, you'd get a free person. There was a board in there where when one's coming down, you could hop on it, and you would just consistently hop on it and rack up free people. But if you did it for too long, you would die. There was like that special catch. You counted the 3 and got out of there. But so with all that said, this could have actually just been one of my quickie videos explaining how the game worked. If you don't know what the B run thing is, by now that's where you hold the B button down and you can run faster than you normally do. But that's why I picked this game to use as my thumbnail and my video footage. What I'm going to do and try to do for a video is I'm still trying to see what catches on, what gets views, things like that, but what also interests me in order to enjoy doing it. Otherwise, you know, what's the point in doing it? So I'm actually going to try to make a game, and I'm going to try to do it a side scroller to start out with. It'll probably be a blob going across the board, maybe dodging things. But I want to see if I can slowly start incorporating some things like hidden items, you know, be inspired by Super Mario Brothers. I by no means want to copy it, but I want to, like I said, have it inspire me and see how it goes from there. Otherwise, if you have any ideas, let me know. Anything that you'd actually like to see in a game, or maybe you like that you don't see in games anymore, or vice versa, that you didn't like and you're happy are not in games anymore. Games back in the day were definitely a lot more difficult than they are today. These were not forgiving games. When you ran out of free lives, that was pretty much it. Some things that have kind of made it not so difficult is things like the Retron 5, other items that let you save your gameplay. But if you play on a regular NES console still, which sometimes I do, if the Retron 5 is just giving me grief, which it has been lately, when you run out of characters, you are done. But yeah, please share the video, give comments, subscribe, like it. Check out some of my other ones. Maybe you like those also. But anything helps. Otherwise, thanks.